Hey there, let's talk about Natural Reader Text-to-Speech Chrome extension. This extension allows you to do just like it says, convert text online to spoken word via this particular extension. So I've already installed Natural Reader to my Chrome extensions. This little green and blue N up here is the extension that coordinates to Natural Reader. So all I have to do to use this is go to the program where I want to read a document. I'm going to demonstrate using this with Google Docs. So I go into Google Docs, I pull up the document that I want to read, and then I will click on the Natural Reader extension at the top. It's going to give you this small, tiny menu as the default. If you'd like to expand it and drop it down to the bottom, you'll just click the arrow expansion key. And then as you can see, it popped it down to the bottom here for me to look at. Now the play button is in the bottom. Or again, if I want to minimize, I can go back. If I just hit play, it will start reading the document from the top.
My favorite teacher, Mrs. Robinson, is the best. She makes reading super fun. I am so happy to have Mrs. Robinson as my librarian.
The option that I have currently is that it highlights a full sentence at one time while reading it. That is one of the many settings that you can adjust with this extension. So just like anything else, if I want to adjust my settings, I go up to the settings icon with the gear. I'm going to click this open and it gives me some different options. So one thing you can change is the speaker. There are different abilities with different levels of accounts, but if you use the free version, you've got plenty of different voices that you can use. The one that we have, of course, is the Google US English. You can also preview the different voices and listen to them. Just be aware that you might only be able to use certain ones with a free account. You can also adjust the speed. So I have no adjusted speed currently, but you can slow down the speed.
Hi, I can read web pages or documents for you.
Or you can accelerate the speed.
Hi, I can read web pages or documents for you.
Again, 0 would be neutral, and that's going to be the basic speed that it will default to.
Hi, I can read web pages or documents for you.
Okay, under the reader utility, we have all kinds of different options, including a closed captioning panel, which when we're reading text-to-speech is probably redundant, but it might be helpful for certain students. You can toggle that on or off. So I'm going to turn it on for right now so you can see what it looks like while reading in the document. You can also adjust the type of highlighting that shows up. So currently I have sentence and word selected, which means the entire sentence is highlighted and then each word is successively highlighted as it reads through the sentence. You can go to sentence only, you can go to word only, or you can turn off the highlighting altogether. It's really up to you. You can also adjust what the highlighting looks like with some different options. So you might test those out to see which one you feel like transfers the best on screen. Okay, another amazing option that we have here is dyslexia fonts. So if you have the closed captioning panel available, like I've selected up here, then enabling the dyslexia fonts changes the font to one that is considered to be better able for our dyslexic students to read. So it's something that you might try out. You'll see the differences between the font that you've selected in the document and the one that's used in the closed captioning panel. Of course, auto scroll is automatically toggled, which means it will scroll through the document, whatever the length, as it reads. And then click here to read is another option that you have by clicking on the text in that particular section for it to read. There are some added things that you can mess with, like hotkeys, where you enable certain keyboard keys to start and stop the speech. That's something that you would just have to test out on your own computer when you have the time. So with the things that I selected, again, I added the closed captioning panel bar at the bottom. I took away all the highlighting. I changed my highlight color, and I added dyslexia fonts. Let's read the text again to see what the differences are.
My favorite teacher, Mrs. Robinson.
Oh, sorry, we've got to expand down at the bottom. There's my closed captioning panel.
Mrs. Robinson is the best. She makes reading super fun. I am so happy to have Mrs. Robinson as my librarian.
So as you can see, we do have to have our settings option bar expanded in order to see the closed captioning at the bottom. And again, the font is different from the font in my actual document to support my dyslexic students. Okay, another really cool feature of this program is the ability to upload your own documents and create a link with them. So in that options section again, we have upload files. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to upload a document. As you can see, you have different options for what types of files you upload and use. It's going to have me select my documents from my drive. So currently I haven't figured out a way to do Google Drive, but you can go to your documents on your H drive and select a passage that you would like for your students to listen to. It's uploading my file. I wait for it to upload and then it'll appear in this new browser tab. I click on the check mark, it shows up, and there's my entire passage. From here within the browser, I can just select play.
Diwali, India's festival of lights.
I changed my speed earlier when I was testing this. So as you can tell, I have a British English person selected and I have the speed slowed down. So I'm going to adjust those back to their neutral speeds and start again.
What is Diwali? Diwali, or Deepavali, a Sanskrit word meaning rows of lighted lamps, is a Hindu-originated festival celebrated in India and by the Indian people group around the world. During the 5-day celebration, also known as the Festival of Lights, clay lamps known as diyas are lit to signify the victory of good over evil.
So it reads everything from the beginning. You can also start in certain sections.
Deepavali, a Sanskrit word meaning rows of lighted lamps.
So I just clicked on different areas, and as you can see, it highlights sections at a time where I can begin my reading. You can also adjust which parts of the document are being read. So you can use the crop icon over here. It'll show the entire picture, and then you can adjust the margins to select a certain section. So if you just wanted your students to read a particular area, then I can increase the margins to include that section. It's not 100% flexible, but it does allow you to do some different things. So then I would say back and save. The new margins have been set, so the next time they hit play, it's going to start in the section I selected.
Diwali falls between October and November, but the exact dates change each year based on the Hindu lunar calendar.
What's really awesome is that once you're here in the browser option and you've uploaded whichever document you're using, you can also share this link directly. So it creates a full link to that document with the settings you've attached. You can copy that link, open a new tab, and it will take you directly to that particular document that you've created with the settings that you added.
Diwali, India's festival of lights. What is Diwali? Diwali, or Deepavali, a Sanskrit word meaning...
This link should be able to be shared with whomever you choose. So you could send it to students directly if you wanted them to read something through their Google Classroom, for example. If students want to use this on other websites, of course, just like any other Chrome extension, they'll need to import that extension to their actual browser in order to use it with things like Google Docs. However, if you send them the direct link, I don't believe they need the actual extension included in their browser in order to use this version of it through the browser. It's something to consider, something to try out, and maybe give a few different examples to see what options you might have to support your students. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions at all, I am here to assist you.